What were Cam'ron and Chrissy Lampkin hiding that might destroy what we believe to be true about them? And is this the end of the queue for them? Crucially, you won't believe what transpired behind closed doors when Jim Jones, the master of keeping things genuine, learns about their secret night out, Doors. But believe me when I say that the truth is far more juicy than any of us could have envisioned. Cam'ron and Chrissy Lampkin sneaking away together, while Jim Jones was unaware that it was more than just a night out. It was an expose. The scandal was so intense that the paparazzi were unable to get a close-up look. And Ho revealed to the public a source so intimately involved in the matter that the fallout that would ensue is the only thing hotter than their secrets. This isn't only a date night. This is the secret that will soon come to light. Get ready because things are going to get really messy. Stay tuned as we delve deeply into Cam'ron and Chrissy Lampkin's secret night out was revealed, and Jim Jones is furious. That's just the beginning of the scandal that no one anticipated coming. Don't go anywhere. This journey is only getting started. It's a plot that has been simmering beneath the surface for a while, but no one saw coming. Two individuals who have frequently been at the center of attention in the hip-hop community, Cam'ron and Chrissy Lampkin, have managed to hold on to something crucial. Under wraps, but all secrets ultimately surface, don't they? When they do, they often spark a storm. And guess what? The storm is here. Cam'ron is the well-known Harlem rapper who has been making waves in the industry for years with his witty and provocative demeanor and his kill. Cam is a memorable character who doesn't back down from a scandal and is the only one who can stay ahead of the drama, but this time he wasn't prepared for what was going to happen. And then there's Chrissy Lampkin, the fiery and unrepentant reality TV personality best known for her appearance on Love and Hip. I would that after all of her public drama with Jim Jones, she would have learned a few things about avoiding the spotlight. But instead, here we are tonight, leaving the two of them totally alone. It was an unexpected night that would soon come back to haunt them. However, how did it all begin? For weeks, there have been whispers in the background of the hip-hop community that something was amiss. According to many who know them, Cam'ron and Chrissy Lampkin have been acting strangely and spending more time together rather than in the cordial, simply the way old friends have always behaved. But this time it was different, more private. And when two celebrities as well known as Cam'ron and Chrissy, when Lampkin starts to go unnoticed, you know trouble is coming. Now, if we stand back and consider it, Jim Jones's response was completely. You could just hear the wrath in his voice when he realized that Cam'ron and Chrissy were spending time together without him. But that's when it comes to his folks, Jim has always been a little possessive. If you don't believe it, he has been observing Chrissy's and you're living under a rock, Cam'ron. From the beginning, Cam'ron and Chrissy Lampkin's relationship has been difficult. They've both experienced the hip-hop stardom, Jim Jones's love, and the never-ending media circus. But for them to now be a part of something so secretive, which is where the true interest begins. What could they be doing that they are unable to disclose to the public behind closed doors? Furthermore, why was Jim the last to realize the seriousness of this situation? We must examine the Cam'ron and Jim Jones, who co-founded the renowned Dipset group, were once best friends, business partners, and thick as thieves. They dominated the hip-hop community was operating as a cohesive unit, but as time passed, the fractures began to appear. Old friendships grew sour, and allegiance lost, it's unclear. But the question is whether Cam'ron and Chrissy's covert meeting was a part of a bigger, more intimate betrayal. The Harlem community has always been close-knit, even familial. But when you include Chrissy Lampkin, when you combine someone with a troubled past with Jim Jones, you're sure to end badly. And when Jim learns, well, let's just say it won't be attractive, but don't just believe us. Exclusive information has already begun to surface from sources close to the matter. Some of these sources assert that for weeks, Cam'ron and Chrissy had been getting together. Whenever Jim thought she was with him, she was actually out having a different life that involved more than simply dinner. According to reports, Chrissy and Cam'ron were spotted in some highly exclusive spots throughout the city, sneaking into secret entrances, and it sounds sketchy to go through back entrances to avoid being seen by cameras. But that's not even the best part. According to rumors, on one of those covert evenings out, things got heated and intense. Oh, sure, Chrissy and Cam'ron weren't just hanging out. They were having a great time. Two solitary individuals who are totally unaccountable to Jim. According to one story, when Chrissy believed no one was looking, she was becoming far too comfortable. with Cam'ron, and no, it wasn't only about remembering the past. Rather, it was about something more profound. Jim Jones was first in denial and never thought Chrissy would betray him in such a way, especially with Cam'ron. However, as the evidence mounted, got more difficult to ignore. And when Jim eventually heard the rumors, it was just a matter of time until everyone knew. However, Jim was unaware of how far things had progressed. As we go more into this complex quagmire, it becomes evident that much more is happening behind the scenes than anyone could have imagined. Oh no, if we take a closer look, the image depicted is far more complex than a sly encounter between Cam'ron and Chrissy Lampkin. As we dig deeper into this story, we uncover something far darker. The truth appears to be more than a covert night out. It's about treachery, deceit, and a relationship imploding. Let's now examine the relationships between Jim Jones and Cam'ron Chrissy. It's no secret that Jim and Cam'ron had a difficult relationship. After years of dating, they became distant strangers after having been best friends, co-conspirators, and partners in crime. Owned different careers in the music business. But in spite of the conflict, Jim and Cam'ron have always shared an odd connection and a past that none of them can completely forget. And now that Chrissy is involved, things are going to get worse. What transpired between Chrissy and Cam'ron that resulted in these secrets? Several sources claim that these were purposeful, secret gatherings, rather than merely harmless get-togethers or casual hanging out. Occurred in some of the city's most upscale locations where no one would recognize them. And it wasn't just about them remembering the good times. According to insiders, Chrissy and Cam'ron's interactions during the Die-Pet era were significantly more intimate than their casual encounters. Rumor has it that Cam'ron and Chrissy met at a luxury villa for at least one of these meetings, which is more than anyone could have imagined, in the Hamptons, where they were allegedly spotted spending too much time together for comfort. The rumors are growing louder, and the more specifically, the question that everyone is asking right now is, are Chrissy and Cam'ron rekindling their romance? Something from the past, or is it just a straightforward miscommunication? According to some reports, Chrissy was observed acting excessively. She was apparently seen laughing, joking, and holding hands with Cam'ron in ways that seemed much more relaxed and friendly at times. Don't get it wrong, Chrissy isn't new to this type of public drama. After all, she's the same woman who went viral for knocking her Camilla on Love and hip-hop. Chrissy has a history of expressing her feelings fully after years of pent-up annoyance display. But this was something else entirely. If the rumors are accurate, Chrissy and Cam'ron may be going too far. Let's not to be overlooked is Jim Jones, the elephant in the room. How did he respond when he learned? Was he truly as taken by surprise as everyone is implying, or was, according to our inside sources, Jim knew something was wrong all along but chose to ignore it? In fact, some claim he had a sensing that something wasn't quite right for a while. The months before the covert night out, Chrissy and Cam'ron's tension had been evident. Jim may have ignored the situation because he never anticipated it to reach this level, but after learning of the reality slammed him like a ton of bricks. Some even speculate that Jim was forewarned months before about Chrissy and Cam'ron's growing intimacy. According to reports, Jim received an anonymous tip before he was certain of it. It's possible that someone in the Dipset group gave Jim the information. When it was revealed that Cam'ron and Chrissy were not just hanging out but were becoming too close for comfort, chaos ensued. Jim allegedly confronted Chrissy right away, according to people close to the couple. The altercation was, to put it mildly, hot. Using all the information he knew about the covert meetings, Jim became enraged and the dispute started. Screaming bouts followed. For the first time in their lengthy relationship, Chrissy appeared to lose her cool. She was taken aback, defensive, and attempting to minimize everything that had occurred. But this is where it gets even more juicy. Sources claim that Chrissy denied having a romantic relationship with Cam'ron, was all just innocent catching up. But Jim and everyone else around her didn't believe it. Chrissy had been hiding and sneaking around. Cam'ron is reportedly unmoved by the drama at initially, but as the public outrage and followers grow, these lengthy sessions have simply served to feed the. He would undoubtedly react if someone calls out his behavior. The question is, will he come clean and acknowledge anything beyond merely having innocent conversations with? Will he ever make amends with Jim, or will he keep denying any fault Chrissy? If there's one thing we know, It's that the Dipset brand is built on loyalty, and loyalty is currently a major question mark. As more information comes to light, one thing is certain: this controversy is far from done. In the following part, we'll examine the fallout from this shocking disclosure, including any possible legal repercussions, the public's response, and what this imply for Jim Jones and Cam'ron Chrissy in the future. Keep checking back, because this tale is only beginning as the storm rages on. In ways that no one could have predicted, the fallout from the bombshell disclosures involving Jim Jones and Cam'ron Chrissy Lampkin is beginning to anticipate that the ramifications of this controversy would be profound, affecting not only the individuals involved but also the culture as a whole. The Love and Hip Hop franchise, the Dipset crew, and the music industry in general. It's like watching a train crash in slow motion, and the train hasn't even arrived to its ultimate goal. But first, let's discuss Jim Jones. He has been engulfed in a tornado of emotions, and according to many close to him, he has been completely rocked by the discovery regarding Chrissy and Cam'ron. The public backlash has been fierce, with fans, the media, and even his own team questioning. Now many people are wondering, how could Jim have been so blind to the relationship developing between Chrissy and Jim? And Cam'ron, did he chose to overlook the warning signs in order to maintain harmony with his longtime spouse? Or was he too preoccupied with his own career? The worst part is that, in spite of the turmoil, Jim has said very little in response to the public outrage, which has generated even more conjecture. Some claim he's playing his cards, while others say he's handling it in the worst possible way by remaining mute, close to the breast, waiting for the ideal opportunity to retaliate. In any case, Jim's reputation is at stake, and this isn't a trivial matter. A full-blown incident involving a celebrity spat could have a lasting impact on Jim's career and personal life. Will this be the turning moment for him to ultimately come forward and confront the matter? Or will he carry on living under the shadow of this betrayal while Chrissy Lampkin navigates? How is she handling the storm in her own way? She has a reputation for having a fiery temper, particularly when it comes to protecting her relationship with Jim. Managing this situation, according to people close to her, she is both trying to defend her behavior and is apparently distraught by the public outcry. Is the fact that her meetings with Cam'ron were merely a reunion of old acquaintances. But the public doesn't seem to like it, wondering how far that reconciliation actually went and whether Chrissy and Cam'ron's relationship was genuinely innocent. In fact, a number of people close to them have asserted that Chrissy and Cam'ron's chemistry was indisputable. Some even go so far as to say that it transcended the naive catching-up story she has been pushing. Could it be that Chrissy found Cam'ron attractive in a manner she never would have thought possible, leaving her torn between two worlds? And then there's Cam'ron. This is where things start to get interesting, because Cam'ron is now in an extremely challenging role. He has long been recognized for his public image as a smooth operator who thrives on controversy and doesn't back down from it, on the drama, but things are different now. Although the feud with Jim may have been developing for years, this incident takes things to a completely new level. The public's opinion of Cam'ron is currently split. On the one hand, he is the endearing, charismatic rapper who has been releasing hits for years. However, he is now known for having contributed to the dissolution of one of hip-hop's most enduring friendships, and possibly a partnership that many believed was trustworthy. The question now is whether Cam'ron will come clean or keep playing it cool and denying any wrongdoing. According to some reports, Cam'ron feels no need to disclose the real nature of his connection with Chrissy. Sorry, but why should he worry about anything when he's Cam'ron, the man who has followers, position, and influence and doesn't have to answer to anyone? What the public believes. But when you become involved in drama of this size, there's always a cost. Cam'ron might be able to dismiss the public outcry for the time being, but as we continue to piece together the specifics, it is unclear how his followers and former friends will respond in the long run. It is evident from this unfolding story that Jim Jones and Chrissy Cam'ron are at the epicenter of a storm that isn't going away. Yet the question remains, what long-term effects will all of this have? Will their careers suffer irreversible harm as a result of this scandal? Connections, or will they figure out a method to go past it? There is still more to come. Query. And there you have it, people. Stunning betrayals and explosive truths, as well as the heartbreaking drama that nobody anticipated, but we would like to speak with you. How do you feel about this whole thing? The circumstance involving Cam'ron and Chrissy Lampkin was Jim Jones caught everyone off guard? Or did he simply disregard the warnings? And most crucially, what occurs, is there any remaining hope for these next partnerships, or has everything been damaged beyond repair? Please let us know. We're eager to hear the comments below. Your opinions, and we'll read each. Do you believe Cam'ron will do only one? Endure the fallout from this controversy, or will he emerge unharmed, Jim? Finally say something, or will he stay silent? Eternally quiet. If you wish to stay, let's talk about it. Informed about all the most juicy. There is a lot of stunning celebrity drama out there. Do not press the like button. Join the channel. We have additional, you're going to receive startling tales. That don't forget to hit the bell symbol to be the first to understand when the upcoming the video drops. Watch this space for more incredible exposes, since the truth is known. And our purpose is to deliver it to you like a comment, regardless of how crazy it becomes. Subscribe. This drama is not at all